Christmas. We are coming to from my window to yours. We're coming upon Christmas Eve, guys. Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays, Happy New Year too. I'm sure I'll share another video next weekend though for New Year's. Reflect on 2016. Um, so yeah, today I just want to say Merry Christmas. I don't really have anything very specific to say. Um, as far as gaming goes, I got my games right there behind me. My Lancer, if you guys haven't seen it, up there in that shadow box, my replica Lancer from Gears. Um, yeah, decked out in my Within Temptation hoodie today because in tribute in Tilburg, Netherlands, it's red inside, and you can't. There. Anyway, no, I don't need to put it on. It's they've got a concert. One of my favorite bands in the world is they're Within Temptation. It's called, and you guys can look them up. They're really good. But they're symphonic metal. You have to like metal, and you also have to enjoy operatic voices with symphony and string stuff like that because it's a kind of a fusion of both. It's wonderful. Anyway, they had a concert last night. They got a concert tonight in Tilburg, Netherlands. I wish. Oh yeah, I wish I could afford to go. That'd be wonderful. It's called the Black Christmas Concert. So it's just great. Just look them up. Within Temptation. Just look them up on YouTube. They're excellent. If you want to hear what fusion of heavy metal with symphonic would be. Symphonic, yeah. And you guys, I've got Kaya here. Kaya's making her entrance. I've got Honda's asleep over here, but you might hear a little tip, 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 tip. Yeah, I've got. Oh, okay. Sorry, guys. This house has laminate floors, and her nails are like. She's not been outside to get them. Get them. Let's say hi, Kaya. There's Kaya. See, there's Kaya. See, there. Okay, baby. Okay, get on. Let me finish this. Oh, anyway, she's been doing pretty good though. Okay, so, but as far as gaming goes, yeah, I've got my list of games here. I've got my Xbox is behind me. I know you guys can't see this. I've got right now 74 games in my 74 games in my queue here. I've been playing a lot of Titanfall 2 still. I'm actually up to Gen 2, I think, level of almost 20, I think. But Chris has taken a fascination, and I've got to get him a copy because he just took my copy last night and installed it, and I hope he enjoys it. He's a huge Destiny player, though. All of his characters level 400 top level. He's got like everything there is, and he just plays Destiny constantly, and I think he's looking for something a little different. And he saw me playing Titanfall 2, and he's big time into Gundams too. He builds Gundams, and Gundams, if you guys don't know, are these like Japanese Titans. They're the like robots driven by a pilot, and kind of like Titanfall in a way. Titanfall, I would say, is the Americanized version, maybe, of Gundam, to an extent. I don't want to say that, but to an extent. But he loves his Gundams. He loves his mechs, and one thing he's not into though is like Transformers. I don't think he's into Transformers, but he's watched me play some Titanfall, and I even handed him the controller yesterday, and I said, "Hey, here, play some," and he enjoyed it. So he's installed that. I think he's gonna be playing that. I'm returning to some Doom also because the arcade mode in Doom, my game of the year. Again, I've watched some others online, and they're talking about their games of the year, and a few of them have said that Doom is their game of the year, which I'm happy to hear. The Doom came out of nowhere and just it kind of slayed it. So, have an appreciation for that game. Those who have played it, those who have not played it, I would recommend picking it up. It is an excellent, excellent game. But in fact, today I'm going to be playing some Doom. But another game that I'm kind of revisiting it because I want to get it done and just get through it is Recore. It's not like, oh, I have to struggle to get through it. I am enjoying it. Don't get me wrong there. I am enjoying Recore. But it's a game that's been kind of, I bought it a few weeks ago. I've only played, I don't know, maybe the first two missions, first two chapters, and I want to get through it. I just want to get through it over the holiday season. One of my goals on my mini vacation, and in fact, speaking of, I don't need to be back to work until January 3rd. I do have I brought my work laptop, so I can, like, on off times, I can do a little bit of work. I'm not opposed to that because we're not going anywhere. We're not really doing anything outside of enjoying the holidays with some friends and family. And outside of that, I'm just hanging around here. So, in fact, New Year's Eve, we don't even really have any plans. So, if you guys want to stop by, come on. But anyway, Recore. Recore is a good game, too. I would not call it my best game. In fact, I've not even, excuse me, I did not even name it in my top games of the year. I've not played through it. I need to play through it. But I am enjoying it. It's not a bad game. It's true what people say about the loading times, because I think I don't know if it's totally cloud-driven game or not, but the loading times are just incredibly, they're bad. But once the game starts up and going, it's good. And the graphics are beautiful. The colors are beautiful. Gameplay is pretty flawless. No frame rate issues that I've seen. In fact, it's my very first Play Anywhere game, UWP, Universal Windows Platform game that I've owned. So I can play it on the PC, which is my computer upstairs, or here on the Xbox. And I actually tried it on the PC yesterday. I am not, and I had my controller. It's just playing on a teeny little screen. Chris can do it. Chris is like, oh, how can you play on this big screen? I've got this TV is 50 inch, I think. It's not a 55. I used to have a 55. This is a 50 inch Samsung LED. It's not 4K. I don't give a crap right now about 4K and all that, because this plays just fine. But yeah, Chris is like, how can you play on such a big screen? He doesn't like the big screen. He's used to the small. He has a triple screen display in his room, and he's generally got Twitch on one. He's got just general stuff on another, and then he's got either his PS4 or his Xbox playing on the other. And but oh yeah, I was playing a Recore on my screen, and it was just, for me, it was too small. And also, my computer, which is upstairs, is a wireless computer, and it's not wired in. And I was like, no, I'm not gonna play this on here. So anyway, okay. In other gaming news, oh yeah, Gears of War. Gears of War and the Coalition continue to piss people off. Have they not got a clue? I know people say, oh yeah, it's a gaming company that listens to the community. Bungie, I think, is one that listens to the community for the most part, with Destiny, and listens to the community and implements changes or implements things that the community wants. The Coalition really needs to hear the cry for this goddamn stupid microtransactions went out. Let's see, Gears has been out, what, 2.5 months now, going on 3 months. People early on screamed and yelled about this. And what did they do for Gears? And they said, oh, we're going to fix it for the Gearsness. Okay, they do have now, when I'm talking about Gears, and if they've introduced this, at least for Gears 4, they've introduced these. I know Halo's got them, Call of Duty has them, but they're like Operation Packs. They're these things you can purchase through in-game credits or through microtransactions, and then you get stuff. Generally, skins is what it is. Or in Gears' case, there's bounties where you can get extra experience points or extra credits, or things for Horde, stuff for Horde. But they're introducing the robots, what's called the UIR. They don't have UIR in like multiplayer. I think there's one character you can play UIR, but these are like totally new. They introduced 2 different packs, UIR and the Gears, what they call the Gearsmiths. They're doing Gearsmiths where, like, if you're playing the Swarm, you got antlers, or if you're on the Cog, you got the Santa hats, and they've got some snowball thing going on, which is kind of neat with one of their weapons, the boom shot, it's called, and it's like a big torpedo type deal thing. I wish I had a boom shot up there. That'd be the second one I buy. But the boom shot's delivering out snowballs. And anyway, so they said, "Oh, we're gonna." When their outcry went out for, it was around Halloween time. Like, what the hell is this? They had some Halloween packs openings, but the credits to even get it, it was like, I can't remember how much, but it was way high, even the in-game credits, and they're very stingy with in-game credits too. I guess the best way to get in-game credits is to play horde mode, and so I've seen people grind for hours in horde mode just to get in-game credits so they can get these packs. Okay, so Coalition, I heard, said, "Oh yeah, we'll make it up for Gears when Gearsmith comes out, Christmas." And maybe they did, because the Gearsmith packs, instead of, I think, being 1,000 or 1,400 credits, they're 400. Okay, so I'm like, oh, you know what? I'm gonna check it out. And I got in, and I checked it out. They're going from 5 items per pack to 3. You can only open 3. And when I bought a few of them through in-game credits, I bought a few of them because they were cheap. And what I got was crap. It's just crap. It's like wrapping paper skins for your lancers, your weapons, and it's just crap. And I don't know, yeah, maybe some people will, but who's going to really use Christmas-looking weapons throughout the year? Yeah, I don't know. You know, it's like a novelty item that you're going to use for the next probably few weeks, and then turn it off and turn on something else. But the biggest violation is not with the Gearsmith packs. It's with these UIR packs. They call them, the UIR, again, is another faction kind of new to the Gears lore, for those of you who don't know. But basically what they are, they're not really bad, they're not really good, but they're robots. And yes, they will come and try to kill you, so you've got to destroy them. But they're kind of neutral. They're serving the cog, which is a good part of Gears, but they're turning kind of against you because you're like an outsider. So anyways, the UIR. But the UIR characters have not been introduced in multiplayer at all. So here's your chance. The Coalition, there's what they did. They had these UIR packs, they said, for 24 hours only. So they're probably turned off now because this was yesterday, I believe, or 2 days ago. I believe 4,000 credits per pack. 4,000 credits is a long time. I watch a YouTuber, his name's Shadows. I feel so bad for him. He's part of the London DeVille esports team. Him and I know a few others that I watch on YouTube around there. They got on and did some grinding, a lot of grinding. 10 hours straight of Horde just to get enough credits to get 5 of these packs. And he did a YouTube last night. He opened up the 5. He got 2 general characters out of those 5. General characters, not legendary even. Legendary characters. Because you got your legendary, your like ultra rares, I think, and then you got just your standard. He got standard. I felt so bad for him, and he was so mad because another way to get these packs, and it was for 24 hours only. You could spend your own cash at a cost of $10 US dollars, 10 US dollars. It is just so sad how, I don't know, I just don't know what to say. And Shadows is one that I've been watching for, I don't know, many years actually, probably a good 4 or 5 years. And one reason is because he is a huge Gears supporter. One of the biggest Gears fans I know in this planet that I've seen. I'm sure there are others as passionate as him, but He's just a kid from London, and I think, in fact, I started watching him when he was like a teenager, and now he's, I think he just turned 21, 22. But I watch him. I watch Roar. He's another guy from, I think he lives in Scotland. And then there's another one, DeVille, Scourge. I watch Scourge. They're all friends. They're all out there. They're all like companions. They all play together. Oh, yeah, and Pete is another one, Razor Edge. He's in Ireland. Um, I'm watching them open their packs and they're getting nothing. They're getting shit and they're just getting, and their looks on their faces are like, this is a franchise that I love. This is a franchise that I play esports with. And the microtransactions are just ruining it. It's just so sad. So sad. So anyway, that's what's going on with Gears. Sorry for my rant on that again, because I think this is like the second or third video in a row I've talked about that. So, okay, outside of gaming news, I'm done. So, if you don't want to hear about my any other things going on, you can shut off now. And for those shutting off, Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays, Happy New Year. Have a very prosperous 2017. Okay. Now for me, and I'm not going to, it's, yeah, 17 minutes. I'm only going to talk, a couple more minutes, and I don't even really have much to talk about. Except, yeah, things have been going good. Oh, my health. I'll talk about my health a little bit. I had my breathing test yesterday. It's called a PFT, a pulmonary function test, and I had to like sit in this booth for, I don't know. It was about half an hour. And the thing is, the first part of the test, and to breathe through a tube, and then first you had to slowly let it out, 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 as much as you could. And then you had to real fast let it out. Just a whole bunch of different breathing tests. And then I had my nose was pinched, so I couldn't breathe through my nose. And then that was like the first 15 minutes, and then they put me on a nebulizer with a combination of, I don't know what it's, Buterin, or I can't remember the name of it, but there is two different medications for the lungs, and in fact, I've got a breather, or what do you call it? I don't know, whatever, aspirator or whatever you want to call it. I call it a breather. Which I have to now take every 4 hours. Anyway, that kind of opens things up. So what they did is they told me don't take it before the test, which I didn't. I went in first 15 minutes just without the medicine. Then they put me on a nebulizer with this combination of medications that I'm taking. Then they ran me through the same battery of tests again, and they actually said the second time around it was better. So that tells them that the breathing meds I'm taking seem to be working okay. Although when I do take them, I still feel like it's like somebody's sitting on my chest. That damn 400-pound person that goddamn Donald Trump was talking about the other day, who's breaking into the election or whatever. I don't care. But yeah, it feels like sitting right on my chest and I can't breathe. So that's what's going on there. And I will not, I would imagine some pulmonary expert, I'm sure read the results, one of the pulmonary doctors yesterday, and I'm sure if there was anything alarming, they probably would have called me right away. Because I'm not going to know the results until I have my follow-up appointment next Thursday with my doctor. I think it's December 30th, I think, or the 29th. But anyway, it's next Thursday. So that's what's going on. I did finish up. I was talking about work. I finished up work. There's a few things I want to get done. That's why I brought my work laptop here. I'm going to finish up. And also, I like to get a head start on 2017. There's a project I'm starting up on 2017, and if I can get a little head start on that, I'll be happy. Going into 2017 a little bit ahead. It's good. Resolution-wise, and I'll talk about this more next week when it comes to New Year's, but, preliminary, I'm not really big into resolutions. I do want to lose weight, of course. When I quit smoking, I gained 20 pounds, and that's probably part of my health problem too. But I need to start weaning that down. And 2017 right now, initially, I think, you know what, I've got to remember that, and I hope a lot of people take this to heart. I'll probably talk about this more next week. Um, if you just stop and think about a situation that's going on that you really want to open your mouth up to or offer an opinion up to, and I've got this is I'm talking to myself too, but I'm just hoping some other people hear me or listen to me and maybe follow my example. Um, Stop at the situation that you're about ready to make an opinion to and ask yourself, does it really affect you? If it doesn't, then why even bother? Why even bother? It's kind of like, okay, my marriage with Chris. A lot of people will probably be against it because it is a same sex marriage. You know what? Does it affect you? And if it does, how? So if it doesn't affect you, just stay out of my bedroom, stay out of my business. Um, but not just that, it's um, for instance, going back to gaming console wars, PS4 versus Xbox One. Who cares? Does it really? Does Chris having a PS4 in this house affect me? No, I'm happy he's got one. Do I prefer to play it? No, I don't. But that's me. That's me. It does not affect me personally. It's just all this negativity. Just before you open your mouth, and again, a resolution for me, stop and think, does it affect me? Because here's my home, and I'm looking outside. I know I don't have a window here from my window to yours, but I'm looking out a window in front of me. I have almost half an acre maybe of land on a corner lot surrounded by a fence. These are my four corners. This is, we call it the, what is it here in Michigan? Castle. I can't remember the castle. I can't remember. But anyway, I own these four corners. These are my four corners. This is my little corner of the world. And I just don't want people to bother with it and change or mess things with it. And that's when a lot of the politics comes in because, for instance, our stupid goddamn governor here in Michigan, he's a whiner crier. Rick Snyder, he's a whiner crier. For instance, we had a vote. I think it was back in May. Maybe it was one of these off votes, but it was about a gas tax. Hey, we need to fix the roads. Let's raise a gas tax. People rejected it. What did he do in his legislature? They wrote some other bill, something else, but buried inside that bill, let's raise the gas tax. And it was signed into law. Because people are wondering, the other day, gas went from like 210-ish to like 250 in one day. And people are like, what the hell? Then we hear on the news, oh, that was something signed into law last year. What? Okay, so anyway, things like that affect my four corners of the world. That is where I'm going to make my voice known. Because, and I'm also a firm believer of this, if you don't open your mouth and express your opinion, people are just going to do it for you. And you might not like the results. So voice your opinion, but the second part of this, and this is for me too, do it wisely. Do it in a proper way, do it wisely. Because I'm always a firm believer of the silence. If you're silent, silence is acceptance. That means if you're being silent, you're accepting everything going on. So I've got to step back and think, you know what, does this affect me? Before I open my mouth, does this affect me? If it doesn't, zip it. You can offer an opinion, but you might aggravate some people. So, anyway, that's it for now. I'm going to talk more about, next week, I'll talk more about resolutions. And as far as the gaming goes, I'll probably talk about my upcoming things for 2017. Um, so anyway, guys, take care and have a wonderful and blessed Christmas. And we will talk to you next week before New Year. So take care, guys.